So the idea, for those of you who aren't familiar with deep bed, is that the chickens are here, dropping their droppings.
Today we're going to talk about pizza and pasta for my Nutrition 101 spot. We love pizza and pasta. America loves it. The world loves it. Where does it fit into hardiness approach? With pasta, it's just flour. And so we want to make sure that we are having organic, whole wheat flour, that we're not getting a pasta with hydrogenated oils in it. And you can even get quinoa pasta. So when you have this pasta, which you're going to eat sparingly, you're going to have a little bit of pasta with a whole bunch of vegetables in it and good meat and sauce. That is hopefully a good homemade sauce. How about pizza? Well, you want a very thin crust, whole wheat, homemade is better, and just load it full of vegetables and things that will overpower the bread. You don't want the bread to be the great big thick stuff that it's the big part of the pizza. You can still have pizza and pasta. You just have to do it wisely.
For today's exercise, Diddy, we're going to demonstrate the fast twitch and the slow twitch muscles. And we're going to start with the slow twitch muscles. Remember, these are the ones that are the aerobic. They're using oxygen. So we want to do several repetitions for endurance. So Rhenda is going to demonstrate just a simple curl, single arm curl. So lots of repetitions, less weight, less resistance. I'm suggesting you want to do like 15 of these. If you can do a few more, that's also good. You might do a rest and do multiple sets. That can really increase your endurance. Now, to demonstrate the difference between the endurance with the type 1 slow twitch muscles, we're going to switch to more weight and show how to exercise for the fast twitch muscles. This is when we're really going to work them. A lot of resistance going on. We're not going to have to do as many repetitions, but this is like 3 times the weight she was doing with the others.
Oh, so I think 20 times the weight.
Yeah. So this is anaerobic. There's not enough oxygen to supply the muscles for what she's doing. A lot of times fast movements will do this as well, but more weight can cause it. So 5 or 6 repetitions is enough on this, and you force those muscles to open up the pathways to get the energy that is more anaerobic based. That's today's exercise, Diddy. Oh, it's been a while since I turned this over. Looks like it's time to turn it over again. Well, here I am doing the turning over of the deep bed compost in that chicken yard. Because it's been winter, haven't had green to add in here. I've just had the browns to keep working. Let the chickens keep turning it and adding to it with their contributions. So it's more of a slow, because of the weather and everything, more of a slow composting process, but it's still a process. It's still happening. This is breaking down some. And I know after I turn it, chickens really love it. They get in here and they think like it's virgin territory. I'm sure there's lots of goodies in here that it's just too thick of a thatch for them to get through. So when it's turned over, it's a lot more to work on. See some of them coming. I have them out free ranging right now. They kind of keep an eye on me because they never know what I'm going to do, what I'm going to give them. And they're eager. Eager to see what we got going on. Eager to see what I might be making available for them here. Kind of watch them there. They start doing their chicken thing, checking it out. So the idea, for those of you who aren't familiar with deep bed, is that the chickens are here dropping their droppings. If we have compostable material piled up deep enough with all the right combination, which I don't have without the greens, that's coming as soon as it stops raining enough that I can get in and or get the lawnmower out and start mowing without being drowned. We'll be able to start adding some green in here because it's up and out. Grass is growing a lot. It's time to start cutting it. Somebody's going to get away from us. Anyway, this will be composting down, and in a while, depending on all the conditions and what's in here and so forth, I'll be able to take the bottom layer and go put it out in the garden area. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be rich, rich, rich material. So here's the aftermath of the turning that I did on this deep bed in here. If you look closely, you can see some places where you're recognizing, hey, there's some dirt there, not just straw. Straw doesn't break down the best. I'm not happy with it. Hadn't really known the properties and how it worked. Everything that I read and what I can imagine, grass clippings are by far better. Don't get a lot of grass clippings here in the winter. So what I want to try to explain a little bit is, for those of you who haven't seen some of the other entries we've made about this deep bed compost stuff that we're doing, we've heard about it from Atilan, which is a permaculture farm in Guatemala. It is, and it's practiced other places as well, but in the case of chickens, you're using your chickens to combine with Mother Nature and the materials that you have. Now we've added straw in here because we didn't want it to be just down on the dirt, and we do the same thing in their coop where they're nesting to keep the smell down, and every so often we pull it out of there and put it here into the bed out here and let it combine and start the composting process, which really great way to, instead of having to throw it away somewhere, figure out where it's going to be. It composts down into good compost that we can then use on the garden. So we're eager for that. We might be able to use it for an amendment later this season, but definitely in the fall we're going to be able to start putting some down on the ground, and then come next for next spring we'll have it down and ready to go. So that's kind of exciting. But you do your browns and your greens and you keep building it up, and every so often you can harvest a certain amount from the bottom. A lot goes into the timing on that, but it's a great plan, a great way to use the chickens, because in addition to digging through it and them being able to feed off of it, they are able to add their manure to it, which, if you know anything about chicken manure and its value for bringing the content of the compost up, they do a great job of it. We do everything we can to make certain that they can eat in a natural way, and it makes a huge difference on how they live, how they produce, their health. We're very happy with what's going on here. We'll come back to this another time to show you things as they develop. Certainly when we pull the finished compost out of one of these beds, we'll be able to share that so you can see what's going on there.